So we are in a 4-part series of 12 secrets of highly successful couples. And in this series, we've been talking about, things that really stimulate the longevity of couples and have them to be able to communicate effectively, be able to really understand each other rather than trying to seek to be understood. And now we are in the last part of this series, and I'm going to give you the last part of the 12 secrets of highly successful relationships. Stay tuned. I hear my clients saying, how, Michelamonè, do I get to 20, 30, 40 years, in my relationship? How do I create a dynamic where I'm avoiding the pitfalls and I'm getting to a place in my relationship where I'm just happy and I feel like this is the greatest thing ever, right? And I want to say, first of all, that you're not going to ever avoid pitfalls. You can go around them, but you're not going to not have them. There's going to be challenges in the relationship, and you have to know that that's going to happen. And when you already set yourself in motion, knowing that there's going to be some things that may have to come up that you may have to deal with, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be something really drastic like infidelity or even your spouse not being around, but it has to be something that's going to actually stimulate growth. Because where there is dissonance, and dissonance is simply there's being this contrast in your relationship, wherever there's contrast in the relationship, there is room for expansion and room for growth. And if you don't have that growth, then the relationship is just stagnant. So the number 10 thing is they understand that grace and forgiveness is necessary. You're going to have to forgive your partner for something. It could be as small as them forgetting a date that you guys set, or as large as infidelity. There are things that happen in relationships, and everybody's relationship is different. It's not going to always be the same. Some people will deal with infidelity, some people won't. Some people will deal with the person forgetting a date, like an anniversary, and some people won't. You have to determine within your relationship what your straws are. Because when you know what your straws are, you understand that you have to stay away from the straws that's breaking your back so that you can make sure that you're in position to create a long-lasting and loving relationship. Number 11, they look towards the future, they live in the present, and they stay away from the past. Making sure that you're looking forward to the future, but not always so far in it that you cannot enjoy living in the present. When you're living in the present, you are enjoying the full dynamics of your relationship. You're able to smell the roses now, and you're not worried so far into the future that you are now stressing the now out. When you stress the now out, you cannot be who you were created to be. It doesn't allow you this presence and this present, like as in a gift that you have in your relationship. And when you stay away from the past, I'm not saying that you forget it, because some people think that you can't forgive and forget. I personally do think that you can forgive and forget. I've had that situation where I've forgiven someone and I've forgotten what they did because I wasn't engulfed in it. But when you do not get engulfed in the past and you're not so overly drawn on the past and the things that have happened, because again, you've gone back to number 10 and you've given the grace and you've given forgiveness, then you can understand that the past is what it is. It happened for you and not to you, so that now the relationship is now growing from it rather than staying in it. Number 12, and the final secret to highly successful relationships, is that they understand that quitting is not an option. They do not throw out threats like, I'm gonna get a divorce, I'm gonna leave you, or I'm done with this. They don't do any of that. They know that it takes communication, that it takes work, it takes some time and effort, persistence and patience to be able to consistently get through the relationship and all of the things that it has to offer. Remember, the relationship, when it's offering great, is always going to offer some things that are not so great. Why? Because if there's good, there's always evil. If there's light, there's always darkness. There has to be a balance of those two things in order for you to continue to grow. If you don't have the balance, there's something there. If your partner is always agreeing with you, never arguing with you, then they don't have a voice. And eventually their voice will rise up. And when it rises up, it's not going to be good. So they make sure that they get to the place where they're communicating effectively and they don't talk about quitting, because quitting is not an option. I hope that you enjoyed this 4-part series of the 12 secrets to highly successful relationships. If you like what I'm doing, please make sure that you are subscribing to my page, clicking that bell so that you can get any of the videos that I upload every single week. And make sure that you are sharing, because sharing is caring. Let me know what you think of these 12 secrets. Tell me some of the things that you've done in your relationship, in your longevity, that worked for you. I would love to hear it, and I'm sure that some of the people on this page would love to hear it as well. So I love y'all for real, for real. Talk to y'all later. Bye.